myself, Ansu Kumari, is wrong or right?
Absolutely wrong. कभी myself से नहीं शुरू करना है, एक स्टूडेंट को नहीं करना चाहिए. Okay, I am Anshu. Okay, and Rajput, and I'm going to. Okay, like that. अच्छा, अभी अभी आपने कहा था कि हम देने वाले हैं ये प्रेजेंटेशन. कैसे बोलेंगे? Going to give a
I am
presentation.
going to
To
give
give
presentation.
presentation. कुछ भी फ्यूचर की बात प्लान बताना है ना, तो I'm going to do it. पढ़ा है ना तुम्हें? पिछली बार याद है तुम्हें पढ़ा है? I'm going to do something मतलब करने वाले हैं, इरादा है करने का. Yes.
Yes.
Hey Anish,
Yes, sir.
what are you eating, Anish?
Cakes, snacks.
Okay. I thought it was somebody's birthday or something.
No, sir. Evening time snacks
Okay.
in hostel, no, sir.
Fine.
Good
Okay.
evening, sir.
Good evening, Apurva. Good evening. Yes, Apurva. Criticism, that word, I want to tell you something. You know,
Good
my,
evening, sir.
my criticism is highlighting the problems with the student. Hello, Nishad.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Renu.
Good evening, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
that's why I wrote na ki you sometime your criticism gives us some lessons, sir.
Yeah. My point is always this. आपके अंदर
Good
कोई
evening, sir.
कुछ दिक्कतें होती हैं, संयोगिता मैम. गुड इवनिंग.
Yes, sir.
So the problem is, I know हम लोग को जैसे फीडबैक मिलता है वो फीडबैक इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए मिले तो अच्छी बात है. फीडबैक इज अबाउट पर्सनल, देन इट्स नॉट नाइस. इट्स अबाउट इम्प्रूवमेंट कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं कि आपकी ग्रोथ स्लो है ना. क्या कर रहे हैं कि आपकी ग्रोथ रुक रही है, ये बात होनी चाहिए हमेशा. और मैं हमेशा से बोलता था पूर्वा, तुम्हें परवाह बहुत करती हो, चैलेंज लेती हो, रिलैक्स कर जाओ, याद है. एंड जैसे जैसे
Yes.
तुम रिलैक्स की हो, अभी देखो अभी क्या होता है कि जब भी वो वापस आएगा पर्सनालिटी, वो परेशान करेगा ही, क्योंकि उसमें क्लाउडी हो जाता है थिंकिंग. आवर थिंकिंग गेट्स क्लाउडी, clouded. Okay, our thinking gets clouded, where we can't think very clearly. Our head gets clouded, and we can't think clearly when we allow other things to bother. मैं जब ऐसे पढ़ा रहा हूँ ना, तो बहुत अच्छा पढ़ाता हूँ. मुझे रिकॉर्डिंग में कर दो कि आपने कोई स्टूडेंट्स नहीं है, आप ऐसे कैमरे पे पढ़ाओ. आई विल टीच नॉट इवन 30% ऑफ व्हाट आई टीच नॉर्मली. क्यों? मेरे दिमाग में चलने लगता है बहुत सारा कुछ. I can't help it. So everybody has to know their problem, and then they try and solve those problems. So I'm glad for your improvement. Very happy. और यही तो मैं कहता हूँ, मैंने रिस्क लिया. अपूर्वा, तुम रह गई.
Sir,
बहुत लोग छोड़ जाते
when
बेटा.
I was in Sir, when I was in pre-intermediate, na that time I felt very low.
Yeah.
I felt very low because sir, all of my classmates speak very well, and I tried there.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Yeah, I tried there, but sometime you said like don't in hurry.
Don't be in a hurry.
Uh,
Don't be in a hurry.
Please don't don't be in hurry. Please keep calm and only listen the audio file and get relaxed. Like and yeah, sir, I work on all these things. So right now I feel I am little bit better than earlier, sir. And
Yes.
um, right now I talk to anyone in English, and that time I don't feel hesitated, and um, um, I convey my message very well, I
Yeah,
think.
good. You spoke so much, and most of your word order was right. Except for one particular part, which I will ignore for the time being. But yeah, that's what I'll take pride in. Students, stay here. If you don't see improvement, take your money back.
No,
Take your,
sir. I
all right.
never take your feedback in a bad way. I always take in positive way, sir. So that's why who I am right now because of your feedback, sir. And that feels more confident about me when I work on all these feedbacks, sir.
I am going to make you even better. You continue trusting me like this, okay? And things will
Okay,
only get better and better, okay? Because I know the kind of person I am. I can be a bit difficult sometimes.
yes,
Sometimes
sir.
I'm a bit
When
difficult.
sometime when I talk to Anant in English, I stop talking to him. Like I don't have much words. The way he speak, I think that time, after some time, I will do it like that way. I talk to him in that way. So yes, I want to be like that,
Of
and
course.
I work hard, and yeah, I feel relaxed, sir. Right now, I don't feel like I don't know these things, I don't know those things, so I only feel relaxed, sir.
That's lovely, Apurva. That's lovely.
Good
You
evening,
know,
sir.
hello, Sulekha. You saw a movie yesterday, huh? Hey, Ruksar. So what movie did you watch? Was it
बुलबुलैया सर
Bhool Bhulaiya at the cinema or on TV, on the mobile? Where?
सिनेमा सर
That's what I thought. Guys, now you understand it was a good reason because she
Yes,
was
sir.
watching a movie at the cinema. She can't have come back, that was not possible. Okay. That's great, Sulekha. So you enjoyed the film?
यस सर फुल
Bhool,
एंजॉय
Bhool Bhulaiya 2, Bhool
Full
Bhulaiya 1.
enjoyed.
Full enjoyed.
बुलबुलैया
Enjoyed
थर्ड
a
नाम है
lot.
सर
Enjoyed a lot. Enjoyed a lot. Enjoyed a lot. Enjoyed the movie a lot. She enjoyed the movie a lot.
Sulekha
Good
went
evening, sir.
to cinema along with her husband or someone else, sir?
Yeah.
Good
You
evening.
know
He
that
with
Kartik Aryan? You know that
husband and
Kartik
bhabhi
Aryan?
Wow,
You,
that's
sir,
great, Sulekha.
Kartik Aryan. He's also from Gwalior, sir.
Kartik Aryan is from
Yes,
Gwalior.
he's from Gwalior, sir.
You know what, Renu? If you told people that Kartik Aryan is your cousin, then people would believe it. People would believe it. You know why? You know why? One, you're
Why,
from
sir?
Gwalior, and
Yes,
two,
sir.
your face,
No,
So,
sir.
matching
guys,
with you
I don't think so, sir.
come on. There are similarities. Guys, tell me if you see some similarity. I'm not saying 100%,
Like
but
twin.
not exactly, but some similarities there are between your face and Kartik Aryan's. I see some similarities, maybe because I like you. Maybe that's the reason why I feel this way. But again,
Yeah, yes,
depends. If you have a
yes,
positive
sir.
opinion of someone,
Yes,
you
sir.
always see
Yes, sir.
good things about them.
Yes,
You
sir.
don't see the
We
bad
never,
things about them.
yes, sir. We never see the bad thing about your
Yeah,
heart. Yes, sir.
he's
I
he's
want to
definitely yes.
Good evening, sir.
Good
express my
evening.
Hello,
But
sir.
I
Good
don't
evening.
like his acting, sir. He totally copies Akshay Kumar, I think.
sir, I want to express my one more feeling.
Yeah, sure. Please go on.
Earlier, sir, when I joined your class, I talked to him and I did lots of mistakes. Then, after some time, when you stop me, na, Apurva, please, don't in hurry, and
Don't be in a hurry.
don't
Don't
be
be in
hurry
a hurry.
don't be in hurry. And after that, na, sir, when I want to talk to you, I think I did these things or not. I think a lot, and sometime, na, sir, I think like, if I talk to sir and I did mistakes, now then, what sir felt about me. But right now, after one before uh, last 1 2 month ago, that feeling went away from my sides, and I, very comfortably I talk to you and express what I think in very lovely way, sir. So yeah, that is very great.
You have no idea how it's making me feel the way you're talking right now, because I remember the problems you had despite knowing everything about English. Yes, this is the past tense, this is the present tense, you knew everything, but still, because you didn't have the listening practice, so the words were not coming out of your mouth right. And that thing has changed quite a bit. So keep it up. And everybody, here is a message for you all. Hard work never goes in vain. Apurva may put hard work. Okay. She worked hard. Okay, and don't be lazy. Lazy people are not going to speak English for the simple reason because you have to put in efforts. Laziness is not going to help you. No matter how slow you are, no matter how slow
You
you are, you will learn someday if you are putting in efforts. Okay? You know the difference
sir,
between lazy people and
always
slow people?
you always saw I drop my practice what I did in a practice in middle of the day because na that time I have lunch time on that time, so I watched the recording, and after that I did my practice, and that message will dropped in telegram, and in night I want to did practice, but I feel very tired due to my office work and household works and after classes, and I also prepared for bpsc teacher exam, sir, because I cleared my estate, so I want to appear in in bpsc computer science paper, so I have to prepare for this exam, so that exam also, so that's why I drop in middle of the day,
Right,
which I
right. I understand. And again, everybody should do practice according to their convenience whenever they feel comfortable. So, Mars,
Yes, sir.
I don't know what's wrong with me, Mars. You don't look like Mars to me. Your sister didn't look like Uzma to me. You don't look like Mars to me. What has happened? I don't know. My eyes have gone wrong or what? I don't know. You know, does he look like the same guy who was attending the classes earlier? Or he's somebody else?
Yes, he is. Yes.
He's the same guy?
only Adib says he is man.
Only Adib says.
I
Because
think,
he
I
is
I
see
our
him
friend.
every day. So
I think they are
That's
scamming
why.
me. They are scamming me. मुझे scam कर रहे हैं लोग. दूसरे लोग मुझे आए हैं in place of Usma, in place of
Replacement, sir.
Maas. Yeah, they have different people. और अब तू पढ़ ले जाके. बोल तू Maas बन जाना, तू Usma बन जाना.
Replacement.
That's what they're doing. I think he is not Maas. Maas was not chubby. Maas, you were not chubby like this. You're chubby. You look chubby a little bit. Have you put on some weight in last 15, 20 days, 1 month? Adeep, do you think your friend has put on some weight? He's looking a little chubbier than earlier. You know, Adeep, chubby, a little bit chubby. He's got some weight on his body, some extra layer of, you know, oh, I don't want to use the word fat, but he's looking slightly chubbier, and good. I'm not saying just he looks different. आप लोग कहेंगे क्या हो रहा है सर आपको? But to be honest, Uzma didn't look like Uzma to me. मुझे लग ही नहीं रहा था वही औरत है, वही लड़की है जिसको मैं पढ़ा रहा. ये मुझे लग ही नहीं रहा वो बच्चा है. हाँ, the eyes look similar, but this face is different. Don't go absent for such a long time, बेटा. इतने इतने दिन absent मत होना. मुझे confusion हो जाता है. Okay? Yeah, exactly. Okay. So Kalpana is here, Aisha, Shazia, Afreen. Aisha, whenever you come, you keep your camera off. Why is that, Aisha? You say 5 minutes, sir. Why? Why? What do you do in those 5 minutes after joining the class? Do you put your makeup on before you turn your camera, Aisha? Aisha. Kalpana, how is it going, Kalpana?
Fine, sir. Thank you.
Not fine?
No, sir, fine. I said fine.
Okay. Yeah. So, friends, we have already started this text. I can hear voices coming from Aisha's side. Okay. Friends, we are going to talk about this lady, Oprah Winfrey. In 1984, I'm going to play the audio as well. Some of you guys are, working harder to be in the class, like Moni, like Apurva. You guys have a job, like, and Sayumita ma'am. Some of you are just a student, Your life is easy, okay? But some people have a full-time job and then they are attending the class. It's a little tiring, you know? It's a little difficult when you have to work for 8 hours and then you have to attend a class. But they're doing it because it's important for them.
Yes.
So let's see.
Tape script 6.4. C. Her success. In 1984, Oprah moved to Chicago to work on a TV talk show.
In 1984, she moved to. Okay, did I put 6.1 and audio files in the class, in the group? Did I put those audio files? No?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Okay, then I'm going to share the audio files today. In 1984, Oprah moved to Chicago. She moved to Chicago. We have studied she went to Chicago, but we are learning she moved to Chicago. There is a small difference. When somebody moves to Chicago or Patna or Delhi, then they go there to live. Okay. It's like settling down, like Sanyogita ma'am moved to Ranchi. She moved to Ranchi from Bihar. Okay. So this girl, Oprah, in 1984, how old was she in 1984, everybody? She was 30 years old. She was 30 years old. She was born in 1954, okay?
Yes.
When she was 30 years old, she moved to Chicago to work on a TV talk show called
TV
AIM.
talk.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, Rishikesh. So she moved to Chicago.
Sir.
Come again, Rishikesh.
I am not well, sir.
You're not well? What's wrong with you? What happened?
तबीयत खराब है सर.
I have a fever. ये बोल सकते हैं क्योंकि
No
आपने
fever, sir. खांसी, headache.
You have a headache and you have a cough. The weather is changing, you know, you have to be careful. Okay, when the weather is changing, you have to be careful. Sulekha, Aisha, please be on camera. I keep looking at everybody one by one, you see. Okay, so do not turn off your camera. I don't want you to play this game, okay? Just leave the camera on unless you have a good reason. Rishikesh, you can keep your camera off. You're sick, it's all right. Okay, just sorry, I'm asking you to turn your camera on. Don't. Just relax, Rishikesh, okay? The rest of the people, keep your camera on and listen to my lesson. So Oprah moved to Chicago. Why? Why did she move to Chicago? She moved to Chicago to work on a TV talk show. The purpose was to work on a TV talk show. What is a talk show? What is a talk show? A talk show is a program where people talk. Okay, that's why we call it a talk show. There is a host, there is a guest, and there is a conversation. You can see this photo. And here is the guest. They are talking to each other. Okay, so this kind of program is called a talk show. So somebody asks you, what kind of TV programs do you like? You could say, I like talk shows. Okay, I actually like talk shows. I love talk shows, but talk shows with important people, not with just only celebrities like film actors and actresses. I like talk shows with important people who matter. So my favorite talk show right these days is Hard Talk on the BBC, and there is a journalist, Stephen Shacker, and I love the way he talks in English. He's a native speaker of English. He's from London, I think, and I listen to him. I feel so happy. I mean, it's great entertainment for me. Listening to that man is a great entertainment for me. If you guys sometimes wonder why my pronunciation is different from the rest of the Biharis here, so it's because my sources were different. My role models were different. I have been listening to people who speak English as their first language for a long time. And that's the reason why my pronunciation improved. Otherwise, it's not possible. You live in Bihar, you sound like a Bihari. Okay. And when I talk in Hindi, I sound like a Bihari, but not in English, because my English is not from Bihar Sharif people. My English is mainly from people from England and America. So you guys want to improve your English? Find an interesting person from somewhere who you like listening to. You like, for their look, for their voice, for their personality, anybody. There are thousands of famous people. I'm sure you will find somebody who you like more than others. Just listen to that person, and see how your pronunciation will change over time. Okay. The rhythm will change. So a talk show. I love talk shows. I talked about another talk show on TV. It's a radio talk show and TV talk show both, because it comes on radio and TV both. The one I'm talking about, Hard Talk. And there was another talk show. It was called Devil's Advocate. Devil's Advocate. Okay. So that was my favorite show on, I think it was on the channel India Today.
India Today. Yes, sir.
India Today is the channel, news channel, and it was on that. And the journalist was Karan Thapar, and he was my favorite, because of his English, okay? Not because of his viewpoint, because of his English. The way he spoke, loved him, okay? I still listen to him sometimes. Okay, so yes, she moved to Chicago to work on a TV talk show called AM Chicago. The show was called AM Chicago. The TV talk show was called AM Chicago. What was the name of the show?
AM Chicago.
So when
AM Chicago.
So when you want to mention the name, the word called is often used. I have a cousin called Rahul. I have a student called Renu. Easy? Okay.
Yes.
Similarly, she moved to Chicago to work on a TV talk show called AM Chicago.
AM Chicago.
I'm Chicago.
Right. She talked to lots of interesting people. Talked to someone. She talked past tense. She talked to lots of interesting people about their problems. Interesting people, all right? Celebrities are interesting people, right? And other people are interested in them. If there is an interview with Katrina Kaif, then millions of people will watch, right? But if you are nobody, if you're not a famous person, then people don't take interest in you, okay? So that's why the word interesting. Lots of interesting people, lots of celebrities. Interesting people means celebrities here, okay? Now, I'm not saying all interesting people are celebrities, but most celebrities are definitely interesting people, okay? If they interview Shah Rukh Khan, millions of people watch. If they interview Hrithik Roshan, millions of people watch, because these are interesting people. Shah Rukh Khan, Hrithik Roshan, these are interesting people, okay? Interesting, okay? It means people take interest in them, okay? If we have an interesting girl in this class, then everybody would like to talk to her because she is interesting, okay? So interesting. Okay, I have a question, by the way. You like good-looking people more or interesting people more?
Interesting people.
Interesting people more.
When we are very young, we don't care. We just care about looks. If somebody is good-looking, we want to talk to them. Boys, girls, But sometimes good-looking people are not very interesting. Then we lose. We don't want to talk to them after 1 or 2 times, because they're not interesting. And sometimes some people are not very good-looking. But when you talk to them, slowly and slowly, you start, liking them because they're interesting, okay? So what do you think of yourself? You're more good-looking or you're more interesting? What's your opinion of yourself? You're more good-looking or you're more interesting?
None of these.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, I would like to tell you, if you want to choose neither, that the phrase, Kalpana, you used is wrong. You can't use the word none here. You should say, I'm neither. I am neither
Neither interesting nor
good looking.
good looking.
Okay.
Neither.
So just neither is enough. You don't have to go neither, nor. You don't have to. My question is, do you consider yourself more interesting or more good looking? Okay.
Neither.
I'm neither. I don't think so, Kalpana. I don't think so. Okay. People are good looking, and however, how good looking you are is a subjective thing. Somebody will think you're very good looking. Some people will think you're not so good looking. Depends, right? There are some people who are crazy about Aishwarya Rai's beauty. On the other hand, there are some people who just love Noora Fateh, and some people love Katrina Kaif. They're crazy about her. So different people have different taste and frame of beauty, their own perspective, their own opinions, right? So that's subjective. Subjective means different people have different opinion. 2 and 2 is 4 is not subjective. Is it subjective, guys? 2 and 2 is 4. Is it subjective? I'm trying to help you what is subjective, what is not subjective. 2 and 2 is 4. Do you think it depends on people, or everybody will agree that 2 and 2 is 4?
Everybody will
We will
agree.
agree, sir.
So it is not
Everybody
subjective.
will agree.
It's not subjective.
It is not subjective,
Yes, sir.
okay? But beauty is subjective. Beauty is subjective, right? Beauty is subjective. Like somebody is beautiful or not beautiful, people will disagree on that. Some people will say XYZ is beautiful. Other people might say XYZ is not very beautiful, right? So you could say this is subjective. Whether somebody is beautiful or not beautiful is subjective. It's not objective. It doesn't, 2 and 2 is 4 is objective. It means everybody has to agree to this one thing, that 2 and 2 is 4. Okay. So I hope you understand very interesting ideas, subjective and objective. I know you have heard the phrases before. क्या आपको ऐसे पता था subjective और objective के meaning के बारे में, जैसे मैंने अभी बताया है? मुझे बताइए। ना कितनी मेहनत लगी मुझे ये समझाने में। 2 और 2 4 करके मैंने आपको सब्जेक्टिव सिखा दिया, ऑब्जेक्टिव सिखा दिया। तो कोई मुश्किल नहीं है इंग्लिश के वर्ड्स वोकैबुलरी सीखना, ओके, बशर्ते आप सही से अप्रोच करें, ओके।
Sir, just like एक और एक 11, we can say 2 or 2 22.
Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Your questions are always pretty tricky. I want just a little bit time. Let me message somebody, okay?
तो देखिए 11 पौने 11
What's going on here? My keyboard sometimes, so Arey yaar, don't insult me. Come on. Don't make me embarrassed. It's not my fault. It's my keyboard's fault. Okay. It's not. Don't hold me responsible. My keyboard has its own mind. It says. Okay. So could you repeat, Kalpana, what you said?
I asked sir, just like एक और एक 11, we can say 2 or 2 22.
No.
I am still not getting your question. आप उससे सवाल इंग्लिश का पूछ रही हैं या फिलोसफी पे बात कर रही हैं? ये मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा।
Not philosophy, sir. Sometimes people used to say that एक और एक 11 होता है। Earlier you said ना सर, 2 और 2 4 होता है, सब लोग एग्री करते हैं, लेकिन एक और एक 11 बहुत लोग बोलता है, एक और एक 11, एक और एक 2।
तो आप समझ सकती हैं, आपके पास दिमाग है। जो लोग 1 और 1 11 कह रहे हैं वो सब्जेक्टिव बात कह रहे हैं कि ऑब्जेक्टिव बात कह रहे हैं, ये बताइए।
Subjective sir ना।
यही तो मैं आपसे पूछना चाह रहा हूँ कि 1 और 1 11 होता है ऑब्जेक्टिव और सब्जेक्टिव। दैट्स माय क्वेश्चन।
ऑब्जेक्टिव, आई गेस ऑब्जेक्टिव सर।
तब आप नहीं समझी कॉन्सेप्ट। सारे लोग क्या कहेंगे? 1 और 1 11 होता है, इस बात को क्या कहेंगे? इज इट सब्जेक्टिव और ऑब्जेक्टिव, गाइस?
Yes sir, it is subjective sir.
It is subjective because something that changes from person to person, not objective, is subjective, right? 2 and 2 is 4 is objective. 1 and 1 makes 11 is not objective. It's a perspective to think, है ना? When you are together, you're strong. 1 and 1 11. It means when you're together, you account for more value. इसका एक मैसेज है, राइट? तो वो सब्जेक्टिव बात है, कुछ लोग एग्री नहीं करते. So it's a subjective matter. When you said 1 and 1 is 11, that is a subjective matter. 1 and 1 is 2, and that is objective. Everybody would agree. Okay.
सर 1 और 11 बोल के 9 2 11 हो गए.
फिर से रुखसार.
1 और 11 बोल के 9 2 11 हो गए.
1 और 1 11 बोल के 9 तो 11 हो गए. रुखसार हैज सेंस ऑफ ह्यूमर भाई. रुखसार हैज अ सेंस ऑफ ह्यूमर. 1 और 1 11 बोल के 9 तो 11 हो गए. हाँ. लवली. ओके, गुड. क्या बात बोल दी है, डीप है. समझ रहे हो दोस्तों? उसने कहा 1 और 1 11 होता है, बोल के 9 तो 11 हो गई हैं. मतलब जिसने ये बात कही कि 1 और 1 11 होता है, उसके बाद वो रहा नहीं वो 11 बनाने के लिए, फिर निकल लिया वो. ओके, हिपोक्रेसी. क्या बात है, डीप. हाँ, वेरी डीप. ऑलराइट, सो मूविंग ऑन. she talked to lots of interesting people about their problems. देखो, मैं इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स के लिए अच्छा टीचर इसलिए हूँ क्योंकि इस तरह से जब मैं इधर से उधर भागता हूँ तो आपका फायदा हो जाता है. अब तक हमें 8-9 यूनिट खत्म कर लेना था दोस्तों. ओके, एटलीस्ट. ओके, बट वी आर स्टिल इन यूनिट 6. ऑलराइट, बिकॉज यही करता हूँ मैं. यहाँ बात हो रही थी, शी टॉक टू लॉट्स ऑफ इंटरेस्टिंग पीपल. मैं आपको सब्जेक्टिव और ऑब्जेक्टिव का आइडिया सिखाने लग गया. आई होप आपको अप्रिशिएट करना होगा इन चीजों को, राइट? ये अच्छा मौका मिलता है टू लर्न समथिंग एक्स्ट्रा एज वेल. ये शी टॉक टू लॉट्स ऑफ इंटरेस्टिंग पीपल अबाउट देयर प्रॉब्लम्स. Their problems, क्यों? Why not his problems?
Because there are a lot of interesting people.
Yeah.
Lots of interesting.
We are not talking about one person. We are not talking about one person's problems. We are talking about people's problems. So that's why it is their problems, plural. She talked to lots of interesting people about their problems. Oprah says, people's problems are my problems. People's problems are my problems. People's problems are
my problem.
लोगों की प्रॉब्लम मेरी प्रॉब्लम. इसका मतलब she is sympathetic or she is attacking to
She is
her.
sympathetic.
Sympathetic. Yeah, it means she has sympathy for her guests. When she invites her guests, she does not attack them. Why did you do this? Why did you say this? Indian TV, on Indian TV talk shows, especially when you have a political person, leader.
Rajat Sharma show. She's not sympathetic. Yes, his show.
Yeah, Aapki Adalat and stuff.
Yes, sir.
He is less sympathetic, more attacking, right? He says, "Aiye aapki adalat mein."
Yes,
okay, but this woman, her attitude is different. She says, "People's problems are my problems." She gives them a stage. She says, "Why don't you tell people what's wrong?" I'll tell you a story. There was a man called Tiger Woods. Anybody knows Tiger Woods? He was a golfer. Okay, golf player. He was the world's #1 golf player, people.
Yes.
And then suddenly there were controversies about his, affairs with a lot of women. Okay, he lost his, career. His wife divorced him, and then he came to her show to talk about the problem. He accepted that he was, going through a bad phase in his mind, and he was doing all these things, and he has regrets, and he wants treatment. So he went to doctors, he went to psychologists, and, so this is what happened. He had affair with more than 20 women, more than 30 women after marriage. So perhaps he was somewhere, it happens, it's all complicated. ये मैटर मैं पब्लिकली डिस्कस नहीं करना चाहता, ये वाला, क्योंकि इसमें ना बहुत सच्चाई बोली नहीं जा सकती पब्लिकली. लोग सच नहीं बर्दाश्त करते. सो जाने दो इस मैटर को. Coming back to this, the show was very successful. So in 1985, the show was very successful, guys. The show was very successful. The show was very successful. Okay. The show was very successful. And so आप लोग को so use करना था ना? So in 1985, it was renamed. The show was very successful. So in 1985, it was renamed. It was renamed. The show was renamed. It means
The show was named.
The show's name was changed.
the show was renamed. The Oprah Winfrey Show. The show was renamed the Oprah Winfrey Show.
So,
Yeah. The show was renamed the Oprah Winfrey Show. It was renamed. Now, नाम बदल के क्या रख दिया? From AM Chicago to the Oprah Winfrey Show. What does it mean? Who got the credit for the success? Who got the credit? The show was very successful. Who got the credit?
Oprah, sir.
Because of her speaking style, because of her behavior with her guests, the show was very successful. So it was renamed. It was okay. It was renamed the Oprah Winfrey Show. 49 million people in 134 countries watched it every week. 49 million people in 134 countries watched it. Watched it every week. Yeah, हर सप्ताह इतने लोग देखते थे. 49 million people watched her show every week. In 134 countries, her program was telecast in 134 countries. In 1993, she interviewed Michael Jackson. She interviewed Michael Jackson. She interviewed Michael Jackson. And 100 million people watched the program. 100 million people watched the program, guys. It means normally 49 million people watched every week. But when she interviewed Michael Jackson in 1993, how many people watched?
100 million people.
100 million people.
More than 100
Almost 51%.
Last year, she earned $260 million. $260 million. 3 zeros, thousand, 6 zeros, million. 260 million, 6 zeros. $260 million, guys. Million. Okay. $260 million. 1 million, 6 zeros. Okay. $260 million. Last year, she earned. Her charity work. Charity. You know, when you earn a lot of money and you have a kind heart, then you want to help other people, right? So that help is called charity work. Okay. When you give money to somebody, when you help somebody, that is called charity work. We all do charity, right? We do religious charity. Most of us give money to mandir, masjid, you know, we do religious charities, right? हम लोग अपने धर्म के नाम पे charity करते हैं ना, उसको कहते हैं क्या? चंदा, right? So some people do, you know, religious charity and some people do social charity. हालांकि religious charity भी social charity बन सकता है, you know, अगर religious पैसे जो है charity अपने की वो पैसे use हो जाए society के लिए तो social charity eventually. But anyways, her charity work, charity, okay? चलो मैं एक example देता हूँ. I earn 10,000 rupees a month and 500 rupees I give to poor children. So that is my charity work.
Yes.
Okay. I hope you understand, everybody. Charity work. Do you think it's good to do charity work? Do you think it's good to do charity work?
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. There are a lot of people in this world who don't have enough. So it's good to help them, especially, you know,
Handicapped children, sir.
there are lots of causes, Sayumita ma'am. There are lots of causes. Causes matlab things that you want to do. Okay, good
Yes.
things. For example, there are lots of children who want to go to school, but they don't have money to go to school. So if you give money to schools, private schools, ki teach, you know, poor children with this money, okay, amazing. There are lots of people, old people, and their, you know, children don't keep them with them. Okay, so they are on the road. A lot of old people, poor people. Okay,
Yes.
so if you build a house for old people, or if you support those old people's cause, that's also great charity work. There are lots of women and they are involved in sex work, but not willingly, because they have no choice. So if you help them and bring them out of this, then it is again great. Okay, so charity work can have different causes. Okay, so her charity work, everybody does charity from their own experience. This
Like to
woman,
donate, sir. I like to donate handicapped people and old people, sir.
that's
Old
love.
person.
Yeah, but Sanyuta ma'am, I would suggest that giving to one individual boy or one individual man on the road is not something I personally agree with. Okay, I don't like giving money to children on the road, those who beg. I don't give them money. Okay, I just don't give them money, no matter what. I don't give children money. I can give a woman. I can give a woman because I have my reasoning. I can give a woman some money, but I do not offer money to small children. I
No,
can
sir.
give.
Handicapped people, we should donate, sir. We should
Sayugita
donate to handicapped
ma'am,
people and
Sayugita ma'am,
person. Yes, sir.
if there is a handicapped boy on the road and he's begging, I will not give him
Yes.
money. I will not give him money. And I have my reason. I have my reason. If anybody wants to know the reason, I'll tell you.
Yeah, sir.
What the reason, sir?
भाई मेरे पापा कहते हैं सर ऐसे लोगों को देने से सीधे भगवान पास जाता है, हैंडीकैप्ड आदमी को जो काम नहीं कर सकते हैं, और जो काम कर सकते हैं फिर उनको नहीं देना चाहिए.
That's not my point. Perhaps, देखो, there are two things, guys. One is emotional and one is logical and informative. So emotions, when you see somebody with poor person who doesn't have a hand, you feel emotional and you want to give them money. Don't give them money. There is a reason. There are a lot of groups, and there are criminals who control these children. Actually, okay, Sayukta ma'am, perhaps you do not know about it. You should learn about the reality of these things, how dark this world is. Children are kidnapped. Their hands are broken, their legs are broken, and they are forced to beg.
Forced to beg, yes, sir.
And the money
Yes.
that they bring, they don't keep the money.
collect. Yes,
Their
yes.
handler keeps the money.
Yes.
So if we stop giving money to all these children, then those people will lose their motivation. They will not be able to, they will not think that it is a good business idea. There are some people, you have seen that. Remember the movie Slumdog Millionaire?
Yes, yes, sir.
After watching that movie, how can you not understand what's going on? So never give money to children, no matter how bad their condition is. Give them some food that they eat in front of you. Okay? If they don't have a shirt on their body, give them a shirt to wear. Don't give them cash. You are encouraging those people to do this. You want this world to be free of beggars? Stop giving money to beggars. Yes, Irshad, go ahead. Talk to me. Unmute. What's your opinion on this? Yes, Irshad. Go ahead. Express your opinion.
Sir.
And sir, why do you give money to women, sir? You said you give money women instead of.
Because I have my reasoning again. If you give money to a woman, okay, it is very unlikely that she will go and do drugs. It is very unlikely. Okay, you don't see a lot of women doing drugs. Second reason, if you don't give a woman money, if she's begging, then the second option she has is, prostitution, and you don't want that. You don't want women to go into prostitution. It's better for them to beg in the daytime than to go out at night and be exploited, right? So give money to women if they are begging, women. But again, not to kids, because kids are usually not begging for themselves. So this is what Shayyad Irshad Ashraf is saying. And lots of children are begging for themselves. I don't think that way. Even if they're begging for themselves, Shayyad Irshad Ashraf, we can do more than just giving them a 1 or 2 rupiah. It's not going to help. Because do you think that that money will solve their problems? That money is only going to, because listen, when you are a child, what you need is not money. What you need is care. Okay, money will only put you in a bigger problem where you will start doing drugs because you're not getting care. So small children, if you really care about them, then put them into a nice place where they can be taken care of. Orphanages, there are orphanages where those children can be taken care of. But giving them 1 or 2 rupiah is not your social duty. It is an emotional decision you make because you can't handle the fact that they are begging. That's all. But I'm not always emotional about these things. Okay. So that's why I said what I said. And again, I'm ready to continue this conversation for long if you want me to. But I am saying this after some research, after learning about the reality. And
I agree.
you do not want to encourage beggars. Come on, come beg. It's a good business. No, that's a bad idea. Women, like I said, because if you don't, I mean, of course you can offer jobs and stuff, but suppose, you know, that's not
Agreed for
what are
I
other
agree.
options? Women के पास एक ही ऑप्शन होता है, पैसे नहीं है तो फिर they can sell their body. Do you want that? आप चाहते हैं कि औरत मजबूरी में शरीर बेचे? Do you want women to sell their body? No.
No,
So
sir.
you
No,
save
sir.
them from doing that. आप रोकते हैं. If somebody willingly does it, it is her life. We can't do anything about it. But if somebody is doing it because they have no choice, you know, we can definitely do something about it. Okay. So I have watched a lot of documentaries, I'm not saying movies, okay? Documentaries. Documentaries are based on facts, guys, okay? So yeah,
Yes,
there
sir.
are a lot of social workers who have brought these things to notice of the government. But again, you know, people are a little insensitive.
सर
That's why.
जब हम किसी को
Agreed.
इस तरह से जो भी है पैसे देकर ये करते हैं तो हम लोग उससे क्यों नहीं सामान खरीदते हैं जो बुढ़ा है या फिर कम थोड़ा सा रखे हुए रहता है साइड
Love
में
that, Kalpana. I love that idea. I love that idea. And this idea is so much, you know, gaining popularity.
मैं
Now people
हमेशा उन लोग से
actually,
खरीदती हूँ सर हम लोग बाहर जाते हैं तो हमेशा वही लोग गार्बेज बैग पेन वो लोग
that's
से खरीद लेते हैं
yes. And don't bargain. जो मांगे दो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. 10
भैया
5 रुपए extra ही, तो what's the big deal, right? My wife was the reason why I learned these things. Trust me, okay? Personally, I was a little bit different, but with my wife, I learned these things because she's sensitive to these people, you know. And when we are out together, we often, you know, buy things from those people who have a little bit. They're selling, and they don't look like they are going to become rich, very rich for selling that stuff. Just help them, you know, buy the things and help them. They are, after all, they have this, you know, what you call self-esteem, that they're not begging, they're doing some business. So respect that. There is
Sir,
yes.
When Sir, when I lived in PG, that time on my birthday every year, I went to NGO because one of my friend worked there, and I donate some copies, pen, and some biscuits and food materials on my every birthday when I was lived there. So on my birthday, I enjoyed with those child.
Exactly. You know what, Apurva? You know, the problem is even those people who are running these shelters, you know, for orphans, for the elderly, sometimes they are very corrupt people, you know. They whatever comes for them, you know, the children and the elderly, they just sell them away and make the money. They don't have conscience. They don't really care about they think, oh, they are getting a house to live, that's enough. I remember on 2 occasions we
But
went to an orphanage. Or I know,
but
we need to trust. We need to make sure that we are helping the right people. We are
no, sir,
doing,
because we donate all the things to children, like all the
yeah,
childrens are
yeah,
there,
that's
and
nice.
I and I gave that children, not in others' hand like that.
Exactly,
I went there.
exactly.
Yes, sir.
That's right. So on a couple of occasions, we went to the orphanage on Teachers' Day. because I also thought it was a great idea. So my
Yes,
students usually spend a lot of money on Teachers' Day, cutting cakes and having parties. So I suggested, why not do something more meaningful? And they were very happy to hear the idea. So we all went together. I still have photos, maybe about 30, 40 students. We collected a lot of stuff. And we knew that, sometimes these people are not very trustworthy, the ones who run the, shelters. So we also did the same. We gave them the clothes and we took the tag away. We took the tags away. We made them wear the clothes. We gave them the clothes. We said,
yes,
wear them. We
yes,
gave them toys and we asked them to play so that we spent 2, 3 hours there actually with the children, you know. So that kind of thing makes you feel good, I
yes,
think
because
those who have done it, they
because
know.
my friend, the one of my friend who works there, she did master in social work, and after that she joined NGO, and that's why I am in touch with my friends. So in every birthday I went there and I feel very
I go
happy.
there. I go there. I went there every birthday. I go there. हम जाते हैं.
Yeah, but this year I don't go there, na sir. This year
आप
I
हर
am.
साल जाते थे, हर साल जाते थे, ये बोलना चाह रही थी? ओके,
Yes,
परफेक्ट,
yes, sir.
परफेक्ट, परफेक्ट. मुझे आदत पड़ गई करेक्शन करने की, जहाँ नहीं भी करेक्शन की जरूरत है. So
No, no, sir.
every year you went there, and yeah, right. Charity is necessary, but sensible charity. Okay, charity
Yes.
that actually helps. Okay,
And
don't go.
also agree with your opinion, sir, because when you walk on footpath and like some near about some temples, there are very small childs and some person who hold your leg and hold your hand. Please give me some money and please give me like, and that is that time now you feel like what they did like, and
You don't like their
that
behavior. You don't like their conduct. Is that what you're saying?
yes,
Yeah.
yes sir, I don't like because sir, and because they are good enough to earn money, like that person is like uh 15 16 years old man or like a girl who did these type of things. They earn money in different way, na sir. Why they beg and earn money on that way?
Right. That's what the point is. You can't get rid of begging by giving money to beggars. You have to find
Yes,
others.
yes.
We are not saying, of course, we'll have to, take your opinion in short here, that yes, there are some people who are doing it for themselves, but it is also true that it is part of organized business as well. Some people here, and they exploit children, they actually, you guys need to find out the truth. Oh my goodness. Some some people, they keep the children in a bad situation so that people feel pity on them. You know, there are girls who are, you know, made pregnant, okay, and they are left on the road to beg, because when you see a pregnant woman, of course, you will help them, So help them in better ways than just giving them money if you can. If you guys have contacts with those people who, run NGOs who can help these women, these children, try and, talk to them that, do you want a better solution to your problem? I mean, if I give you 10 rupees, 100 rupees, how many days will it last? Why not go to a nice place where you will get 2 meals a day, you will get a good place to live. You won't have to live on the road. And if they disagree, then it's another thing. But yeah, I mean to say that, yeah, it's a real problem, no doubt. Okay. But Sanyukta ma'am, I personally don't do charity for my personal, वो जो आपने कहा था ना कि वो सीधे जाएगा ऊपर, तो मेरे को बिजनेस नहीं करना है भिखारियों के साथ कि मैंने तुम्हारी मदद की ताकि तुम मुझे उस पार में पार लगाना. ये मुझे बिजनेस लगता है कि मैंने तुम्हारी मदद की, इस वजह से मुझे पुण्य मिलेगा या सबाब मिलेगा और मैं उस जहान में मेरी बेहतर हो जाएगी. तो ये मुझे सबसे घटिया लगता है, कि मैं किसी की मदद करूं ये सोच के कि उससे मेरा फायदा होगा. आई डोंट वांट टू डू दैट. किसी प्यासे को पानी इसलिए नहीं पिलाते कि भाई ये मुझे सवाब मिलेगा, भाई प्यासा रहना अच्छा नहीं लगता है, उसको बुरा लग रहा होगा, पानी दो, दैट्स ऑल। आपको भी प्यास लगी है, यू नो दैट फीलिंग, राइट गाइस? प्यास लगी होती कितना बुरा लग रहा होता है। सो ऑफर वाटर टू दोज हु आर थर्स्टी, नॉट थिंकिंग अबाउट द अदर वर्ल्ड, जस्ट बिकॉज इट इज द राइट थिंग टू डू, इट इज द राइट थिंग टू डू। ये मैं जानता हूँ संयुक्ता मैम, आप मेरी बात थोड़े से हल्के से ही समझेंगे, उस तरह से नहीं लेंगी कि आप अपने तरीकों में सेट है।
अपना ओपिनियन है ना सर, अपना अपना
एग्जैक्टली
सोच है, वो कुछ
एग्जैक्टली जैसे मैंने बताया कि मैं अपने माँ की भी ओपिनियन नहीं चेंज कर सकता हूँ कभी भी, मैं जितनी भी बातें कर लूँ, लेकिन सच्चाई यही है कि अगर कोई ऊपर वाला है जो इसलिए आपको अच्छा करेगा क्योंकि आपने किसी और का अच्छा किया है, ठीक है। और तो और मैं थोड़ा एक लाइन और बोल देता हूँ, अगर आप लोगों को बुरा ना लगे तो, आप लोग जो भी ऑफर करते हैं ऊपर वाले को कि ये करेंगे आपके लिए, अगर आप मेरे लिए कर दो तो ये ट्रांजैक्शन है, ठीक है। इट्स ट्रांजैक्शन इज नॉट गुड। माँ के
इस
साथ
तरह का ट्रांजेक्शन हम नहीं कर सकते सर, हम नहीं किए हैं आज तक।
some people do that, you know, they go कि अरे भैया
Some people do that, but I do
10,000
not
रुपए का प्रसाद
do that.
चढ़ाएंगे, अरे भैया 10,000 रुपए का प्रसाद तुम्हारा ऊपर वाला खा रहा है जो तुम ऑफर कर रहे हो। जस्ट बी,
इज अ
अगर आप
बिजनेस सर।
इफ यू बिलीव इन गॉड तो बस आंख बंद करके बात कर लो ना, बस बात खत्म है। इमोशनल कनेक्शन बनाओ, दैट्स व्हाट मैटर्स, इमोशनल कनेक्शन बनाओ। अब बस अब इस टॉपिक पे और नहीं, सॉरी, नहीं तो मैं फंस जाऊंगा। ओके so guys, let's continue. Charity work. In 1998, Oprah uh, Oprah started the charity. Oprah started the charity in 1998. Oprah started the charity, Oprah's Angel Network. Oprah started the charity, Oprah's Angel Network, to help poor children all over the world. She started the charity, Oprah's Angel Network. Okay. So people start charities. Salman Khan also started a charity. You know, his charity is called Being Human. But you know, when he started this charity, after killing people on the road, you know, after he drove his car over them, then somebody might have suggested, "Bhai karo ye sab kaam, theek hai, bachayega," or maybe you know, something like that. So yes, some people don't really take him seriously about you know his charity work. But again, I have no information to say his charity doesn't help. Maybe he's a very kind person. Okay. Oprah started the charity Oprah's Angel Network to help poor children all over the world. अब ये बताओ मुझे, why did she start the charity to help poor children? Why not to help elderly people? Can you tell me? Why did she start a charity to help poor children?
Because she faced in childhood, sir.
Exactly, Sanyogita ma'am. Your life, your experiences teach, you know, your experiences shape your personality. You can feel their problems better because you were in the same situation, right?
Yes.
So sometimes, you know, being in a bad situation can be a blessing, you know, blessing in a sense like you can learn so much from those bad situations, so that later you can understand other people's. You know, it's not very easy to be a Mahatma Buddha because he was a prince, you know, and despite that he could understand other people's problems. Normally what happens when you are a prince, when you are a king's son, then you have a luxurious life, you know, and you become insensitive to other people, right? But that man, despite being a prince, you know, he could feel other people's pain so well that he renounced his kingdom. He gave up his kingdom. He started walking the streets. He chose a life of asceticism where there was nothing, not enough to eat. Okay, he didn't want the luxury. He just chose a very difficult life despite being a prince. Okay. Oprah started the charity Oprah's Angel Network to help poor children all over the world, not poor children from America only. She started this charity to help poor children all over the world. She did not say, "Bhai, मेरे ही बच्चियों की मदद हो, खाली अमेरिका के." No, she started the charity to help poor children all over the world. Okay. When you do some charity, you don't want to do the charity looking at people's face, that these people, I will do charity for these people. Anyone who needs it. Anyone who needs it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In 2007, she
Open a special school.
opened a special school in Johannesburg. She opened a special school in Johannesburg, the Oprah Winfrey Academy for Girls. What was the name of the school?
The Oprah Winfrey Academy for
The
Girls.
Oprah
Winfrey Academy for girls.
The Oprah Winfrey Academy.
The
Winfrey Academy
Oprah
for
Winfrey
Girls.
Academy for
Oprah
girls.
Benefit Academy for Girls.
Yeah, the Oprah Winfrey Academy for Girls. This was the name of the school. Notice how the school's name is written. In 2007, she opened a special school in Johannesburg, comma. She opened a special...
Johannesburg is the name of place, sir.
Yes, Sanyukta ma'am?
In Johannesburg is the name of place.
Of course, ma'am, because
Yeah.
it's clear from the sentence ना. मुझे ये बात अच्छी लगी कि जब मैंने इस कोर्स में इतने सारे ये जो नाम है ना, अनफेमिलियर नेम्स, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. जब आपकी समझ बनने लगेगी ना, तो आप नाम को नाम समझने लगोगे, ठीक है ना. तो आपने बिल्कुल सही अंदाज लगाया. जोहानिसबर्ग इज अ प्लेस. कई लोग पढ़ने के बाद मेरे से पूछ देते हैं, जोहानिसबर्ग मतलब सर, इसका मतलब उनको सेंटेंस का कुछ अता पता नहीं चला. कह सकते हैं ना संयुक्ता मैम, अगर किसी ने ये पूछा कि जोहानिसबर्ग का क्या मतलब होता है सर, जोहानिसबर्ग का क्या मतलब होता है, इसका मतलब कि उनको सेंटेंस का कुछ अता पता नहीं है. बिकॉज द सेंटेंस सेज शी ओपनड ए स्पेशल स्कूल इन जोहानिसबर्ग. तो ये क्या हो सकता है दोस्तों? जोहानिसबर्ग मस्ट बी अ प्लेस. अब वो कंट्री है, सिटी है, वी डोंट नो, लेकिन प्लेस है, वी कैन से, राइट.
Yeah.
तो इस तरह से अंदाजा लगाना is very important. She started. Yeah.
Is in South Africa, sir.
She's in South Africa. She opened a special school in Johannesburg, comma, the Oprah Winfrey Academy for Girls. Name word इसमें भी नहीं यूज हुआ, देखा, नेम के बगैर बोल दिए और नाम भी पता चल गया. And remember here, TV talk show called AM Chicago. अगर कॉल नहीं करना लिखना चाहते तो यहाँ कॉमा दे के लिख सकते थे AM Chicago, जैसे यहाँ है.
Yes. Of course.
और यहाँ भी अगर कॉमा हटा दे तो लिख सकते हैं she opened a special school in Johannesburg called the Oprah Winfrey Academy for Girls, कर सकते थे.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
यही सब गौर करते रहिए. That is what learning is. मेरे नजरिए से सीखना ये है, इन सब चीजों पे गौर करना. हिंदी आसानी से समझ में आ जाती होगी, जो बोल रहे हैं उसका, जो लिख रहे हैं उसका, राइट. लेकिन ऑब्जर्व करिए इंग्लिश. She says, when I was a kid, we were poor and we didn't have much money. When I was a kid, we were poor and we didn't have much money. So what did I do?
I work hard.
You work hard.
I work
I
hard.
studied
Work
hard.
hard.
I
Studied.
studied hard.
I
I studied
I
hard.
studied hard.
What did I do?
Studied.
I
I
studied
studied
hard.
hard.
Studied.
When I was a kid, we were poor. We didn't have much money. So what did I do? I studied hard.
Studied.
मजा बहुत मन लगा के पढ़ाई करी. I studied hard. Guys, I think studying hard is the only option for some people. For some people, this is the only option, studying hard. They can change their family life. They can change their financial condition just by studying hard. If you are in that situation, guys, you know, that's why I said this lady is such an inspiration. There are 152 girls at this school. There are 152 girls at this school. Okay. At which school we are talking about?
Oprah
Oprah Winfrey Academy for Girls.
Exactly. There are 152 girls at this school. कुछ लोग ना रूल्स पढ़ते हैं, स्कूल के पहले द आर्टिकल नहीं लगाना, खाली एट स्कूल बोलना, बोलेंगे गलत लिखा है, द स्कूल लिख दिया है. ऐसे नहीं करते. कोई बात को सिस्टमैटिकली पढ़ा जाता है, एकदम समझते हुए पढ़ा जाता है. ऐसे एक बात यहाँ से याद कर लेना, एक बात यहाँ से याद कर लेना, उससे समझ नहीं बनती. ओके. So there are 152 girls at the school. Okay. Oprah calls them her daughters. Oprah calls them her daughters.
Daughters.
Children she didn't have in real life. She calls them her daughters. She calls those girls her daughters. The children she didn't have in real life. So she didn't become a mother in her real life, but Those 152 girls are her daughters. She calls them her daughters.
100.
She calls them her daughters. Okay, guys? The
Daughter.
children she didn't have in her real life. Okay, now I want to tell you something that you didn't know about her. You know, you learned that her life was not very easy when she was a kid. Okay? And Anshu, she did not wait for a rich guy to marry her. Okay? I want to tell you this. ठीक है बेटा, क्योंकि हम कैरेक्टर की बात कर रहे हैं आपके। अगर आप स्ट्रॉन्ग कैरेक्टर हो तो आप अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी खुद लोगे, भाड़ में जाए दुनिया। ठीक है? क्योंकि कोई भी कोई चीज फ्री नहीं देता अंशु। वो फिल्मों में होता है कि राजकुमार को एक गरीब लड़की अच्छी लगती है और उसको प्यार करता है, इज्जत देता है। अगर एक अमीर लड़का शादी करता है ना गरीब लड़की से, कहता है तुम्हारे बाप के पास था क्या, मैंने दिया तुम्हें, ऐसी कार देखी थी तुमने कभी, ऐसे बात करता है वो जब गुस्सा होता है। तो यू वांट टू हियर दैट?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
तो
sir, I understand.
प्लीज अपने सेल्फ स्टीम को खुद से प्रोटेक्ट करना। किसी के पैर पे रखोगे सेल्फ स्टीम, उसने फुटबॉल खेल लेना उसके साथ। ओके, ऑब्वियसली नोबडी केयर्स। ओके, तो फिर ध्यान देना इस बारे में। ओके, यू लुक फॉर रिच हस्बैंड। Rich husbands will definitely make you feel that he is the rich husband. Okay, he will make you feel. हाँ, if somebody falls in love with you, तो क्या उसको अच्छा लगेगा कि तुम ये सोच के उसके साथ तुमको प्यार हुआ, कोई अमीर था? उसको अच्छा लगेगा ये सोच के? तो फिर if two people fall in love, that's another thing. So here comes the shocking information. You know that her mother and her father refused to look after her. They could not look after her. So she lived with her grandmother, Hattie May. And Hattie May was her grandmother. She couldn't live in the house because she had to earn money as well. So she went out to work, her grandmother. And this girl was only 9 years old. And a man from the neighborhood, okay, she was only 9 years old, okay, a man from the neighborhood raped her. Not once, because she was a kid. She was a little girl, you know. She had, you know, and you know the society, the kind of society we live in, girls normally can't really talk about it. She only talked about it later, and think about it, how she managed to not let it impact her. हमारे यहाँ अगर सोच समझ नहीं है तो हम लोग तुरंत कहते हैं कि भाई लाइफ खराब हो गई। लाइफ खराब हो गई थी उसकी, खराब हुई उसकी लाइफ उससे, क्योंकि उसने खराब होने नहीं दिया। ओके, तो एक 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 मतलब कि डिफिकल्ट बात बोल रहा हूं, बट सारे लोग की लाइफ ना उनके दिमाग में होते हैं, उनके शरीर के किसी और हिस्से में नहीं होते उनका लाइफ। ठीक है, तो दिमाग से लाइफ बनाते हैं आप, किसी और हिस्से से नहीं। तो बर्बाद हो जाना, खराब हो जाना, ये सब ना ट्रेडिशनल थिंकिंग है। ऐसे तो होना नहीं चाहिए, बट इफ दिस हैपेंस टू अ गर्ल, देन द गर्ल शुड फील ओके, इट वाज दैट पर्सन्स प्रॉब्लम, नॉट माय प्रॉब्लम। आई हैव टू लिव माय लाइफ। मुझे अपना जीवन जीना है और अच्छे से जीना है। इट इज किसी और की गलती से आप अपनी जिंदगी नहीं खराब करते। एंड दैट इज द लेसन यू कैन लर्न फ्रॉम दिस गर्ल्स लाइफ, ओप्रा विनफ्रे's लाइफ। हेलो, यस, I'll send the मोबाइल भेज रहे हैं सीधे नीचे। Send somebody. Then come and collect it. Then come and collect it. Okay, people. So, yeah. And today, she is taking care of so many girls' lives, despite all that experience, you know, strength of character, resilience, the ability to fight the difficult times, you know. My wife might be there. Give her the phone. So, yeah. You know what? The more we learn, the more this thinking changes, you know. Information can change the way you think. The problem is a lot of us don't get the information we need. We just don't get the information we need. We live in a make-believe world, a lot of us. Anyways, coming back to this, we have 15 minutes. I don't want to waste that talking about something that means nothing. Taxi, we did it. Now, what do I do? Guys, look at this. Here, these two questions. Where does Oprah work? And where did her father work? One of these sentences refers to the past time. Which one? The upper one or the lower one?
The lower
The
one.
The lower
one.
one.
The lower one work for the refers to the past time. Okay. And if you look at the word, only one word is different. Which is that?
Did.
Did. Where did her father work? Where does Oprah work? So everybody try and digest this information. Okay. Assimilate it. Only one word changes. Work में कोई change नहीं बेटा. No change in work. Work. ये नहीं कि यहाँ work लिखा है. नहीं, ये work ही है. Where did her father work? इसमें ed नहीं लगा है. No past tense here. Okay. In questions. So answer the question beta. Where does Oprah work?
She work on a TV talk show.
She work or she works?
She works on a TV talk show
On a TV talk show.
called
No.
AM Chicago.
No. My question is, where does Oprah work? Okay, where does she work? So she work बोलेंगे, she works बोलेंगे दोस्तों. She work or she works?
on a TV talk show called She works in
Okay.
present time. She works.
Sometimes I think you guys should use the chat box as well, so that you can quickly answer. All you have to do is type the answer. I'm asking, she worked. क्या बोलोगे? Where does Oprah work?
She
She
works.
works. Okay. And where did her father work?
Her father worked
Her father worked in a coal mine.
in a coal mine.
Worked. इसमें work, right?
Work.
Coal mine.
क्वेश्चन बनाने का तरीका समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Same to same, just like present simple. Okay, just like present simple. And the only thing that changes is we have did instead of do or does. क्योंकि do or does का past tense क्या होता है? Did. Okay, so we use did instead of do or does. बाकी everything is the same. For example, वो कहाँ रहती है? Where does she live? वो कहाँ रहती थी?
Where did she?
Where did she live? Yeah.
कुछ नहीं का गौर करना है यहाँ पे. यहाँ पर क्या है? Live होगा. Where did she live or where did she lived?
Where did she live?
If we have did, we will use first form.
First form. Okay, where did she live? The first form. Okay. And try to find a tikdi. एक tikdi देखो. tikdi 3 words के. एक है did, उसके बाद है subject, फिर है V1. Did, subject, V1. यही tikdi present में था ना? Does, subject, V1. Do, subject, V1. Okay. So always take care of this tikdi. And negative. हम लोग के पास ज्यादा पैसे नहीं होते थे.
I didn't.
We didn't have enough money.
Didn't have much money.
नहीं है, ज्यादा पैसे नहीं है. We don't have
We don't have much money.
Okay. Can we complete these questions? अगर हमें समझ में आई चीज है तो let's see. Number 6, exercise 6. There are some questions and answers. Can you complete them?
Okay, sir. I'm done.
Good. There are total 8 questions. One has been done for you.
I am done, sir.
Good, अपूर्वा. सब ऑब्जर्व करना, क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या पहले से कैसा सिमिलर है, पहले से कैसे अलग है. ऑब्जर्व. ओके, पहले जो जो चीजें सीखी हमने, ट्राई एंड ऑब्जर्व.
Yes, sir.
एंड एनीबॉडी हु इज फीलिंग क्लूलेस, जो क्लूलेस फील करे वो मुझसे बात करें. क्या हो रहा है मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा, क्यों हो रहा है समझ नहीं आ रहा. माय डियर चिक्कू, पहुंच रहे हैं हम लोग, वहां पहुंच रहे हैं जहां पहुंचना चाहिए हम लोग को. टेंस भी आ रहा है धीरे धीरे. सही समझ रहे हैं. चिक्कू, आपको पल्ले पड़ रहा है ये जो मैंने यहाँ बताया है. ओके, यू आर ऑन.
I'm done, sir.
Okay. Okay, let's check. I'll give you guys 1 more minute so that you guys all finish. Shabnam came and then left again. Her sentences are very good today. You know, she wrote about her family and she wrote some good sentences.
Sir, I'm confused in third one.
Yes. पहले आंसर सोच लो. थिंक अबाउट द आंसर. आंसर सोच लो तो फिर क्वेश्चन आसान हो. पहले आंसर सोच लो. ओपरा
It seems like वो किसके साथ रहते थे, but question नहीं बन पाया.
Oprah lived with her. Oprah lived with her grandmother. Oprah lived with her grandmother. That is the answer. Oprah lived with her grandmother. So what should be the answer? Okay, let's see. Number 1. Where did her father work? Where did her father work? Did her father work? Tikdi dikhi? Tikdi dikhi? Did her father work?
Yes, sir.
In a coal mine. Answer pure sentence. Her father.
Her
father worked in a coal mine.
Coal mine.
जवाब में वक्त बोलना पड़ेगा, क्वेश्चन में वर्क नहीं बोलना. राइट?
Worked. Because that was straight.
आंसर में he worked in a coal mine, लेकिन क्वेश्चन में वर्क नहीं बोलना है. Where did her father work? He worked in a coal mine. दोनों बात समझना है. कहाँ V2 चाहिए, कहाँ नहीं चाहिए. 2. What did her mother
What did her mother do?
What did her mother do? She cleaned houses. Cleaned houses.
She cleaned houses. Her mother cleaned houses.
3.
Who did Oprah live with?
मैं यहाँ पर एक मर्डर करने जा रहा हूँ दोस्तों. तुम लोग गवाह इस बात के कि मेरे बगल वाला लड़का आज मरा. तुम लोग तिकड़ी सिखाई ना मैंने अभी. तिकड़ी सिखाई ना. तिकड़ी तिकड़ी क्या सिखाई थी. यहाँ सब्जेक्ट है, यहाँ लिव है, तो यहाँ पता है. यहाँ तिकड़ी सिखाने का मकसद क्या था. 2 पता चले तो तीसरा गेस कर लेंगे हम लोग. समीर, तुम बिना दोस्त के हो गए. तुम बिना दोस्त के हो गए. तुम्हारा दोस्त नहीं रहेगा आज, याद रखना. आर यू हैप्पी?
Can you explain the third question?
ये सोच रहा है इसकी गर्लफ्रेंड मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड हो जाएगी, नहीं रहेगा तो. राइट? दिस व्हाट यू थिंकिंग समीर?
No, sir.
Sir, please repeat the third one.
Who did Oprah live with? पता है ना दोस्तों? बिकॉज ओपरा लिव्ड
Yes,
विद हर ग्रैंड मदर।
her grand.
लिव्ड लीव होगा ना सर?
लिव
यस
विथ।
यस
Oprah
संयुक्ता
live
मैम।
with.
lives होगा।
Okay, everybody
It
stay
sounds
quiet
very
for a
different.
just a second खुशी, I will come to you. ये तो तुम्हारा प्रॉब्लम रहेगा खुशी, मुझे पता है, मैं एड्रेस करता हूँ उसको, बट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट मी हेल्प संयोगिता मैम। संयोगिता मैम, व्हाट्स योर प्रॉब्लम?
व्हाट डिड ओफ्रा लिव विथ ना?
Who did Oprah live? Who did
हु डिड ओफ्रा लिव विथ?
live? V1 live
लिव कोई तो V1।
और खुशी अब तुम्हारी बात बेटा। तुम्हें इसलिए अजीब लगेगा खुशी क्योंकि तुम काफी समय से इंग्लिश के एनवायरनमेंट में हो, तो कुछ चीजें तुम्हारे ध्यान में बैठ गई हैं, ठीक है? अब वो उससे कुछ भी अलग होगा तो अजीब तो लगेगा। इसको ऐसे कहते हैं, पुरानी आदतों को छोड़ना इज मोर डिफिकल्ट देन नई आदतों को छोड़ना, यू नो। तो इस वजह से इट विल बी अ लिटिल डिफिकल्ट, लेकिन लॉजिक देखो, मैंने कहा था डिड सब्जेक्ट V1, यही कहा था ना?
Yes.
अगर पता है तो तीसरा अपने आप पता, दो पता है तो तीसरा अपने आप पता चल जाएगा। अगर तुम्हें सब्जेक्ट और V1 मिला, उसके पहले क्या होना चाहिए? हर हाल में डिड होना ही चाहिए। डिड और सब्जेक्ट मिला तो उसके बाद हर हाल में क्या होना चाहिए? V1। डिड और V1 मिला तो उसके बीच में क्या होना चाहिए? यही है पॉइंट, है ना? तिकड़ी जानने का मतलब दो पता चल जाए, तीसरा वी कैन गेस। अब बात करते हैं, कोई सवाल तो पूछा जा रहा है, जवाब है हर ग्राम।
if who works in a subject place, so we use second form
I didn't
in past
understand.
sentence.
I didn't
Sir,
understand you. अच्छा
yes,
रेणु जी ना आई यूर स्मार्ट, आई वांट यू टू जस्ट होल्ड ऑन, अपने थॉट्स को वहीं पर रोक दीजिए, परेशान हो जाएंगे सारे के सारे। अभी पहले एक चीज की आदत पड़ जाए। आप सही समझ रही हैं, बिल्कुल आप सही समझ रही हैं, यू आर टोटली राइट। ओके, आई हैव अंडरस्टूड बट आई डॉन्ट वांट टू एड्रेस दैट पॉइंट हियर राइट नाउ बिकॉज फंस जाएंगे सब। ओके, थोड़ा सा आप बहुत ध्यान दे के कर रही हैं, इसलिए आपका वो जजमेंट सही है, ऑब्जर्वेशन सही है। चलो देखते हैं गाइस, ओपरा लिव्ड विद हर ग्रैंडमदर। तो अगर इससे हम सवाल पूछना चाहें तो लिव्ड से वो लिव तो होगा और सब्जेक्ट के पहले डिड तो आएगा, तो अब चाहे जितना भी अजीब लगे। क्या कहती हो खुशी? ओपरा लिव्ड विद हर ग्रैंडमदर, ये तो पता है ना, ओपरा लिव्ड विद हर ग्रैंडमदर। तो मुझे अगर सवाल करना है तो
Yes.
वो लिव हो जाएगा, लिव्ड से वो लिव हो जाएगा, और ओपरा के पहले डिड आएगा, तभी तो तिकड़ी बनेगी। तो हु डिड ओपरा लिव विद एक ट्रेडिशनल स्टाइल है। विद whom did Oprah live? Traditional style. Okay?
Yeah, that sounds correct, but it looks like different.
Sounds correct. That is traditional. Okay, old fashioned. With whom did Oprah live? फिर से बोल लो।
With whom did Oprah
With
live?
whom Oprah live?
नहीं अभी गलत है, गलत है, खुद तिकड़ी चाहिए।
फिर डायरेक्टली या
Whom
फिर
did Oprah lives?
did Oprah live with? Oprah live with?
नो 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 पूर्वा, नो, मैंने नहीं कहा वो गलत होगा। अगर तुमने विद आगे लगाया तो बोल सकती हूँ whom, नहीं तो whom पहले बोल नहीं सकती, विद whom बोलना है। विद whom did Oprah live, नहीं तो फिर who
Okay,
did
sir.
Oprah live with? Okay,
Okay, sir.
just want to give you one piece of information. एग्जाम में विद whom ज्यादा प्रेफर किया जाता है बाय द वे।
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
With whom did Oprah live? लेकिन बात वही है, did Oprah live? Did Oprah
Oprah
live?
live.
वो चेंज नहीं होना। Did Oprah live? With whom did Oprah live? So जैसे मैं पूछूंगा where did you live, है ना, in your childhood, where did you live in your childhood? ठीक है, कहाँ रहते थे तुम बचपन में, किसके साथ रहते थे? Who did you live with in your childhood? With whom did you live in your childhood? Okay, everyone, you can use either, मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, आप दोनों में से कोई बोलो, no issues.
चाहिए.
Number 4.
What does she do?
What did she study?
What does she do?
क्या बात कर रही है अपूर्वा? आपको पता है ना?
What did she study?
What did she do? What did
What
she
did
do?
she study?
What did she study,
What
sir?
did she study?
She studied around.
What did she study? She studied drama.
She studied drama.
अच्छा, मेरा एक और सवाल है,
She
where?
studied around.
चलो एक और सवाल है, where?
Where did
Where
she
did she study drama? Where did she study drama?
Where
She studied
At Tennessee
Tennessee University.
Yes.
At university.
Okay. Next, number 5. When did she interview Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson.
In 1993. 6. How much
Did she
How much
earn?
did she earn last year?
She earned last year. How
Last
much did she
year.
earn last year?
How much did she earn last night? 7. Sorry, not last night. I'm so sorry. Last year. How much did she earn last year? I'm so sorry. That sounded off, wrong in many ways, guys. That was just a bit blunder. How much did she earn last year? $260 million. Number 7. Okay.
When
7.
did she open
When
the
did she
girls'
open
school?
the girls' school?
She start the
When did
girl
she
school.
open the girls' school? When did she open the girls? In
2007.
2007. 8.
Did her parents
Did her
have
parents earn much money?
Her parents earn
Much money.
No, did
so much
Guys, you
money.
can use earn, you can also use have. Did her parents have much money? Did her parents earn much money? Both are correct. No, they didn't. I'm going to share with you all the audio files you need, okay, for this unit 6.1.
Sir, please again, 8 number.
Sorry, 3, 4, 5.
Tape
What-
script 6.3. Watched.
Did you say something?
She asked number 8, sir.
Sure. What is number 8? Why don't you answer?
Did
Uh,
parents?
Her parents have much money?
Have or earn, both are fine, right?
Yes, sir.
Did her parents have much money? Did her parents earn much money? अच्छा, गौर करना कि अब जो was verb वाला confusion था वो गया, क्योंकि अगर दो words पता चल गया subject और V1 तो उसके पहले was नहीं आ सकता,
नहीं आएगा।
क्या आना है सिर्फ did,
Did.
और did के बाद और subject मिल गया तो उसके बाद हर हाल में क्या आएगा दोस्तों?
V1.
V1। वो तिकड़ी समझ में आनी चाहिए, तिकड़ी वो important part है, ठीक है? So please revise the lesson, and your homework is the first page of unit 6 in the practice book. I will put the page in the group, okay? That will be your homework. The first page of unit 6 in the practice book. The first page of unit 6. The first page of unit 6 in the practice book. That is your homework about Michael Jackson, okay? जो पढ़े वही है, past simple, positive, negative, questions, okay? So don't forget to do your homework sincerely, everybody, क्योंकि उसी से confidence आता है, clarity आती है कि अच्छा ये समझ में आ चुका है मुझे, क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, okay? और don't do your homework in a haste. Take your time, do it nicely. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye. Bye. Bye.